Ready. Edit uniforms. Entering edit advanced setting. Entering defensive play call. Ready.
Thank you, Coach. We are in the Pacific Northwest as we get set for football at CenturyLink Field here in Seattle. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Cincinnati Bengals and the Seattle Seahawks. To get the party started, the Jets' new kicker for 2019, Chandler Catanzaro. And off we go from Seattle. This will be taken to the back of the end zone.
Entering pause screen. Resume. Entering cancel pop-up waiting for your peer to resume online game. Cancel. Super exit game. Game stats. Depth chart. Entering depth chart screen. 1 row 58 columns. Left filter Bengals. Right filter QB slot. No players. Bengals. FB select. WR selected. Slot 3. SS. CB selected. Seahawks selected. Slot 3. Entering coaching screen. Depth chart.
Come on now, let's go!
Down, 50, plant.
Mike 50. Down to lose.
Hey, foxtrot. Now.
50. I got one.
Nice.
They go with Leonard Fournette, third-year back from LSU. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
A
handoff, Fournette running left. Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
No gain on the play, and it's 3rd down.
A tough spot here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 7.
Twist on travel. Hey, lock it. Roll out.
They fake the handoff, now lock. And the Seahawk defense gets to him, and they bring him down.
I always love the opening game of the season, and for the players, always nice to get those firsts out of the way, isn't it? How about here? The first sack of the season. Not just in the first game, but in the opening drive. That's the way to get things kicked off.
This is fielded at the 27. It'll wind up being a net of 41. 9-yard return, 50 on the punt. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Good starting field position here for the Seahawks as they come up 1st and 10. Now a carry by the 3rd-year man. This is Austin Eckler. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11.
At the 35-yard line.
Boy, 58, 58, Mike. Oh, yeah, I'm coming. Oh, yeah, I'm coming. Lady. 58, the Mike. 58.
Darnold from the gun. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The big man, P.J. Hall, had the path to the QB there.
2 plays so far, a run and a pass attempt, and both have gone backwards.
Probably not how they drew that up.
Not at all.
Looking for a better play coming up on 3rd. And a nickel look here for the Bengals as they try to defend this on 3rd. A shotgun snap for Darnold. And Darnold, he lost the football.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
The punter Bosher on now as he gets this one away. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. And the last drive, the first drive for them, not very good. 3 and out. What do they go to here?
Well, you don't look down at your play sheet and say, this is what the problem is. Let's find out who my playmakers are. Get the ball in their hands, and maybe the offense will move a little bit better.
Sometimes it's more important to get it to the right people rather than dialing up the right number.
Exactly.
Or the right play, yeah.
That too.
A gain of 29 yards.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. A handoff to Fournette, and he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. There to make the tackle, Samson Ebukam.
A quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers putting up their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the 2nd and the 3rd level.
On 2nd down, here's Locke. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense, when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
So now 3rd and 10, a big play to start the drive, but nothing since. Throwing his Lock on 3rd down. Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense. Bradley Chubb doing what he does best, getting that sack.
Well, that's the second time he's been sacked so far in the first half. And if they have designs on having a big year, on going anywhere, they've got to find a way to keep him upright so he can throw the football.
That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And it'll be Seahawk football as they take over deep in their own territory. And out now come the Seahawks. And the first drive, 3 and out. Second possession, see if they can get a little momentum.
And oftentimes that first drive is just a feeling out process. You have some plays that you've got called and you want to see how defense reacts. It may not go terrific on the first one.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. The sack by Jordan Willis. And that is the third sack this offensive line has allowed this first quarter.
Man, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game. I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape what they decide to do on offense in terms of play calling.
Well, I can tell you what, when he popped up, shaking his head, frustrated right now behind center. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Darnold. Flushed out right. And able to get it across the 20 before they get to it.
Let's go! Let's go! Let's go! What's up? Mike, 59, Mike. Check, 59. Keep it up, defense. Keep it up, guys. What's up? Mike,
on first down, it's Darnold. On the screen, this is Eckler. And he's going to lose yardage here. Back to his own 18. A full 5-yard loss that time. It's going to make second down pretty tough. So they had the big loss on that first down pass play and facing a 2nd and long. Here's Darnold. Going for the deep ball. That's caught at the 25. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Corey Davis, 82 yards. And the Seahawks have taken a first quarter lead.
As a fan, is there anything prettier than a well-executed post route?
No, it's a thing of beauty, especially when it's done like that for a touchdown.
The throw, the catch, and how about the run after to get it to the end zone?
Crosby with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he'd taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on third down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a first down and change our momentum?
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Lock to throw on 2nd down. And his throw's going to be incomplete. It was Minkah Fitzpatrick that time to break that one up.
Let's give some credit to the defensive guys on that play. Able to bat that one away. Sure looked like they were trying to hit the corner route.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. From the gun on 3rd down, Locke. Finding Paris Campbell, and there's Campbell's first NFL catch. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first.
It's a gain of 17.
What I love about watching the passing game nowadays is that the one-dimensional receiver is really starting to leave the game. You've got to be able to do it all. Of course, you got to run fast. Of course, you got to catch the ball. But route running savvy and toughness, there's a premium for all of that now.
Ready?
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Topper!
Block now on 1st down. And the Seahawk defense gets to him, and they bring him down. Bradley Chubb picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. A shotgun give to Fournette. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. 16 yards, a 1st down.
Coming in, he really liked his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason. And runs like that on opening weekend show that he's right.
So a good run by Fournette. Now another 1st and 10. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Now Locke throwing on 2nd down. And Jones has it over the middle. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. 11 yards there. 1st down.
Good route, good pickup for 1st down yardage, and that is a tough one to cover. The angle route, because a running back getting out of the backfield, if you're trying to cover that, especially if you're in the linebacker spot and you're seeing this play develop, he heads out towards the flat first, and that often gets you to overcommit running in that direction. Then he cuts back up inside you into the middle of the field. That's what we just saw there for a nice pickup.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Go!
You got 4.
Lock now on 1st down. And that'll be incomplete. Brandon Cooks, the receiver he was going after. But it'll be 2nd down. Looked like he had a couple of different options as far as who to throw to on that play. And who am I to say this, but I'm not sure he made the right decision.
Well, the window of opportunity is always going to be small in the NFL. That's why those quarterbacks who make quick decisions and have quick releases have the most success in this league.
So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
The Bengals on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Locke looks to throw it again. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The defensive end, Danielle Hunter, drops him.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Here now, Johnny Townsend, as he's on to punt for Cincinnati. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback. The Seattle offense now set to come back out on the field. Things progressing to plan so far. Their defense has been solid, and they've got themselves a 7-0 lead after the touchdown the last time they had the ball.
And this is no time to even think about, hey, are we going to milk the clock? Hey, are we just going to do ball control? This is the NFL. 7-0 leads, they don't last very long unless you continue to put them.
And with a flag down, he goes down. So they're able to sack him. Now the penalty looks like it could be holding. Let's find out.
We're going to keep getting sacks.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. On 2nd down, Eckler. Now a loose football. The ball comes out, and the Bengals grab it. Room here to run. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. So this defense clicking early in the year. Week 1, the return for a touchdown.
The organization made a concerted effort in the offseason to improve this defense. I have to say they like the early returns.
On for the extra point, Giorgio Tavecchio. It's good, and we're all tied at 7 apiece. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone.
The Seahawks take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Seattle now ready to march onto the field. And that last possession, really a gut punch. You seemingly had it working. You were in the midst of a very strong drive, then suddenly to fumble, and you're watching the back of a defender's jersey as he brings it all the way in the other direction.
There's not much more I can add to that. I thought you summarized it perfectly, partner. You just got to regroup and start putting another drive together. That's all you can do.
58,
Second and 2 at the 35-yard line.
Check. Lady. Fresno.
On 2nd and very short, Darnold. Catch is made here. It's the rookie from San Diego State, Kahale Waring. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 12 yards there and a first down. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Check 4.
To throw is Darnold. To the right side and complete to Washington. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. Well, your QB's been sacked 4 times in the game already, and they're the holding call.
And you know darn well the offensive line coach is frustrated and upset that he's been hit that many times already. He doesn't really care that they hold now. Just don't let him get hit anymore.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold.
You can't block me. You can't block me.
Now Darnold. Dancing to his left. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's 3rd down. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
58, right over there, yeah. Mike. Yeah, lady. Stay with your man. 58 for Mike, 58 for Mike. Come on, boy.
Now it's Darnold. Well, he's going to go for it all. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee.
Let's go.
After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal.
Switch.
Trying to punch it in with Eckler. And he will take this one in for the Seattle touchdown. It's a 1-yard touchdown run. And the Seahawks have taken the lead. Crosby connects on the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. Now Catanzaro after the touchdown to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20.
At their own 18-yard line.
The Bengal offense now gets set to head back out onto the field. So far, they've had 3 drives, 3 punts. Not good.
Not good indeed, because you've got to have something to show for being out on the field. Now, sometimes, if you have a game where neither side has scored, 3 punts isn't a bad thing. But when you're trying to set the pace, get up on top in a game, you've got to show better offense and find a way to put some points on the board.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. On play action, Lock. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. Now left side, a completion to his tight end. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
I think it's okay there. They didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily. Put it on him when your other targets aren't open.
The Bengals on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This will be 3rd and 15. On 3rd and long, it's Lock. And an alley to run. Give him 8 yards that time on the scramble, and now 4th down.
Well, it's not going to be a first down, but that's a nice job of picking up yardage on 3rd and long. Sometimes you just have to take what the defense gives you, and in this case, it wasn't enough to pick up the first down.
Let's go, Buck. Take over 1st and 10 at their own 9-yard line.
The Seahawks offense now, they get set to go back to work. And that last touchdown drive they had very balanced. How key is that balance?
It's huge because most of the time when we talk about balance is run, pass, almost 50-50. But most of the times when you say the offensive coaches, they say balance is we do what we want when we want to. And that means that they're ahead of the defense, keeping them on their heels.
Yeah, they imposed their will on that last drive. They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. Darnold now to throw. Sharks got it, left side. Now the Seahawks forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here.
51 the mic, boy, 51. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Here's Darnold. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. So instead of giving them another 3rd down, they'll decline it, brings up 4.
Now that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
And taken right at the 35. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. Now this Bengals offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. Block again here on 2nd and 10. It's hauled in by Brandon Cooks. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. To throw it is Locke. Got an open man, that's Campbell. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. And this will be spotted on the other side of the field. It's a 61-yard attempt. And that one's not going to get there. Not enough juice, an ambitious effort, but it's well short. So we're at half. All right, we will save the Week 1 highlights and apparently get right back to the action here in the 3rd. We'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the 2nd half. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he will take it back only to about the 13-yard line here.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive, almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
Here's Eckler to begin the drive. And he'll be taken down, losing yardage back at the 9-yard line. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Well, you had to punt on your first drive, and on the first play of the second drive, you end up going backwards. I would dare say they need something good to happen right here, right now.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Back to throw, Darnold. And Davis has it over the middle. And they'll bring him down here right around the 17-yard line. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down.
One of the feature points of the in route is being able to make a nice throw to the middle part of the field. And for a quarterback, that's one of the better throws and better looks that he'll get. But he has to be careful not to wait too long and let his receiver wander into some tough territory. If he's late with the ball, he can get his receiver hit and hit hard.
Come on, QB, come on.
Throwing here on third down, Darnold. That's brought in by Davis over the middle. And, he's just going to be short here, barely. Maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches. Here's Matt Bosher now as he's on to punt for Seattle. Fielded at the 20. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10. They'll start the drive with a carry by Jones. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield.
So statistically, both of these offenses having a rough time getting a running game going. But, boy, what a nice play there defensively.
Tackling him behind the line, but you're right. You look at the numbers. Neither side looks on track in the ground game. Throwing on 2nd and 14. Lock. He's going to let this one go deep. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a third down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on third down. Shotgun snap to Lock. Going up top. And got his man complete. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain.
It's your first drive of the second half. You're down on the scoreboard. Maybe you just say to yourself, let's take a shot, see if we can shake them up. And, boy, they hit that one.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, it's Jones. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. They'll go again to Jones. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
Here we go! 18 Gator. Hey, over.
Into the red zone, it's Lock. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. It's the fullback. with his first career touchdown in his first career game. And the Bengals are an extra point away from tying up this football game. Extra point up and good by Tavecchio. And we are tied at 14. Nothing separating these two teams on the scoreboard as the kick's away here. This will be taken to the back of the end zone.
The Seahawks take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
They started on the ground with Eckler, and he will lose yardage on the play, back at his own 19-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 6, and it'll set him back for second down.
Brought down back at the 19-yard line.
58 to Mike. Wild Bill. 58, boys, 58.
Now on second and 16, Darnold. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away, and now it's third.
It's now third down and 16.
The Seahawks on third down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is third and 16. Darnold from the gun. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
It's always a goal, and it's really nice defensively when you can rally to the football and make sure there's enough contact to force an incompletion.
Force an incompletion and force another punt. That's taken on the 25. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And the Bengals will take over here first and 10.
At their own 43-yard line.
A very good starting field position for the Bengals here as they come up first and 10. They'll try and get the running game going with Jones. And he's up across midfield and down into Seattle territory. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
Check pass. Double time. Hey. 4 down.
Block off of play action. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Bradley Chubb able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his third sack of the afternoon.
Third and 10.
Big play coming up. Here's third and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Danielle Hunter able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon. Here now, Johnny Townsend. He's been terrific so far.
The Seahawks take over first and 10 at their own 10-yard line.
Well, 58's the mic. You must be dreaming. Red 80. 58, right over there. Yeah. Mike, 58, right there. Here we go.
Running on first down, Eckler. And not much there at all as he'll get this only up to about the 11. Roquan Smith, fresh off a solid rookie campaign, in on the tackle for Chicago.
At the 11-yard line.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Set the tone, defense. Set the tone, defense. Let's go. 58's the money. 58's the money. Let's go.
The shotgun snap for Darnold. So they will take the sack instead of the penalty.
And it takes another down off the series. But the biggest one of all, do you want to tell the guy who just got the sack that it no longer counts?
No.
No, not at all.
After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Jim. Begin.
From his end zone, 3rd and long for Darnold. Open man right side is Shark. Oh, some strong running. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
When you call a wide receiver screen, no matter how many blockers you get in front of the guy that catches the ball, there's still an aspect of the guy catching it, turning into a runner, breaking tackles and creating his own yardage, and he just did on that play.
This quarterback now, 5 straight completions here in this second half, 1st and 10. Darnold completes it, and he loses the football a second time, and the Bengals grab it. And it's a big turnover there on the final play of the quarter. Back now in Seattle, Washington. All square, 14 apiece to score as we get ready for the 4th quarter. Well, some good games around the league here early in week 1, and this one's shaping up to be as good as any of them as we come up on a 1st and 10. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. Paris Campbell with his first career touchdown in his first career game. And the Bengals use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Tavecchio good on the extra point, and the lead is now 21-14. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Mike, 58, right there. Man, I got you.
Now a toss play to Eckler. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Here's Darnold. And he rifles one incomplete. DJ Chark, the intended target, and it's 3rd down.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. The Seahawks on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This is going to be 3rd and 13. Darnold. He's going to fire one deep left sideline. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Fielded just inside the 20. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10. They'll run on 1st down. Green. And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
Watch that in. Watch that in.
On 2nd and 9, Locke caught on the right side by Jones. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect him to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
The Bengals on 3rd down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. Here it's 3rd and 2. 3rd and 2, Locke's going to throw. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And I think they are going to get this one back. Well, that would have been something. Double turnovers. But instead, they'll keep the possession on the INT.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
58, Mike. Let's get off the field, D. Let's get off the field, D.
Darnold on 1st down. 20. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Davis. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. That's good for 28 yards.
1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
58, come on. Let's go, defense. Our time. It's our time. Watch the ready. Watch twist. Watch twist.
Now a give running left is Eckler. And able to get him inside the 5 here, just inside the 5 to about the 4. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
2nd and 1 at the 4-yard line.
They'll come out in the pistol.
Here we go. Keep it tight end. Keep it tight end.
It's Eckler again. Oh, no, he lost the football. And the Bengals grab it. And he is all the way up past the 25.
Entering coaching screen depth chart. Enter AHB selected. Spin carrying slot 2. LS select 3DRB selected slot 2. PWHB slot 2. Slot 3 3D slot 3. Entering cancel pop-up waiting for your peer to resume online game. Cancel.
I know one thing, the team that had the ball and was driving, they're going to feel horrible. But the team that was on defense, I think we got to give them a little bit of credit, able to hang in there and force a key turnover.
In the red zone, though, had a chance to tie it and an opportunity missed.
Ready.
Mike 50. Mike 50.
They'll start out on the ground with Jones. That's a gain of 4 as we slip inside of 4 minutes left in regulation. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
Ready, ready.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Recon, 132 fighter.
Play action. Now it's Locke. He's going to look deep down the field. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete. So the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down. Well, you got a young quarterback. Maybe that's just an example of a growing pain for him.
I think you're right about that, because when the game starts to move fast and it moves quickly on him, a lot of times they fall back on what they know best, their arm. He's slinging it on this one. Had a wide open target, but didn't have the proper footwork to increase his accuracy.
Here's Locke to throw. And Wilson has it. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Give him 17 and a Cincinnati first down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Here we go.
This quarterback now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. Now Locke. Pressure, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back right around the 44. Bradley Chubb, who else? He's in there for his 4th sack of the afternoon. So after the sack, here's 2nd and 14. From the shotgun to give to Jones. And a good pickup there. He gets about 6 up to midfield. Now, the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession, so they can't just sit on it running the ball. They'll have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. From midfield, here's Locke. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up 4th down. Here now, Johnny Townsend. They'll boot it away from about his 35. Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. A 46-yard boot, but just 36 following a pretty decent return of 10 yards. And the offense will come back out deep in their own territory. On 1st down, it's Darnold. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. A wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now 2nd down. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
It's just me and you. It's just me and you. It's just me and you. Bang, bang. Young lady. Bang, bang.
Now it's Darnold. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
And now offensively it's 3rd and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now the play caller's thinking, what have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far here in the second half. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. Completes this to Waring. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes. And we've got a one-score game. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Flush to his right. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. They got exactly what they wanted there. Out route, catch, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
And I have to criticize defense here because you know the situation. You want to keep them inbounds and have the clock run. So I'm sitting on the outside portion of the field, and not letting him throw an out route. Throw anything inside, and I'll make the tackle. An out route? That's not the way you're supposed to play it.
And across midfield he goes and into Bengal territory. The corner, Perry Nickerson, had the tackle.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
They'll look to throw. And this is incomplete. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
The open man is Shark. It's complete. And he's got this down to the 35. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Now Darnold. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. DeForest Buckner with a sack, the former number 7 overall pick.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
He'll look to throw. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down. A couple extra defensive backs out there in the dime, and because of that, really not many places to throw the football, if any.
And typically, what would you want to do against that dime?
Run the football.
You want to run the ball, but you can't do it in this situation. Not nearly enough time on the clock. You're having to really navigate against a tough defense presented against you.
Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the 4th. The Seahawks on 3rd down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This will be 3rd and 15.
58 to Mike, 58. 58 to Mike.
Darnold. He's going to let it fly. And nearly intercepted there. That would have been ball game if he had clinched it and caught it. Instead, it gives him one more chance here on 4th down.
4th down.
Down 7, and they've got to go for it here on 4th down.
Let's go. Let's bring it. Let's bring it. 58. Come on.
Red 80.
Come on. Let's go, defense.
They snap it. They're going for it. Here's Darnold. And that is incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And defensively, that might just seal a Week 1 victory. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10. Now a 1st down carry by Jones. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 39-yard line.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd. Now the Bengals on 3rd down. They're right at about the league average, 40%, 4 for 10. This is 3rd down and 12. A give to Jones. And he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a 1st down. Charles, did I just hear that right? They declined the personal foul. 3 yards, they just declined there.
And I have to think that the official is thinking to himself, Did I just hear that correctly, that you declined that one? All I can think of is that someone on the field got confused.
Must have.
It had to, because you're going to take the yards on that penalty each and every time.
So that'll do it for my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry.
Cats.